Hello, class. Welcome to week 2 of cultural anthropology, in which we will be discussing some very important things. In this module, module 3, first of two modules that you'll do this week, we discuss two things that are very, very important to the practice of anthropology. We are going to be discussing ethics, and we are going to be discussing field work and ethnography. Fieldwork and ethnography is the cornerstone of anthropology. The old school way of doing it and going out and living with people for months or years, learning their language, learning their kinship system that had to be different than yours. And yes, it had to be a different language than yours. These were all the old requirements. It's not that way anymore. Makes it a little easier because anthropology recognized you could have cultures existing right beside each other in your home country, in fact. Though I will always recommend, if you get a chance to travel to do an ethnography, take advantage of it because it is life changing. You go out and you do your field work and you embed yourself with a bunch of people. You do participant observation, and you can't help but put some of yourself into it. And ethnology, comparative science, says that's a good thing. It's reflexive, it's holistic. You're looking at the whole thing. But while you're doing all these things and living with these people, you need to represent the field of anthropology by being ethical. So I want you to look over the ethics on the American Anthropological Association site. I want you to consider the ethics of people having recreations like this in their house, or people remaking pottery the same way the Anasazi did. I want you to consider the ethics of sustainability when cultures don't agree about how that is done. I want you to learn about the tools of fieldwork, pre-research, the things that you are doing that you wouldn't be doing in other fields, because an ethnography is a case study on a whole group of people, and it specifically is examining what things mean to them, why they do the things they do. What was the history behind it? What is the environmental context? What is the recent context? What's the political environment? You're doing all these things, and while you're doing it, you are representing every other anthropologist. Because hopefully you won't be the last person to examine this group. Because science never ends. You need to come back. The work done by Margaret Mead in American Samoa has been repeated by others, and they've found differences because culture is not static. But during the entire process, you need to maintain your ethics, do no harm, things like that, to represent the field. And when you're doing your participation observation project, then you need to keep that in mind. You're representing us. You may just be a student, but we do our best. Do no harm, behave professionally while we're learning what it's like to be a different person in a different group. That, in a nutshell, is anthropology. So what you're learning this week is important. Have fun.